Well, hello there, ladies and gents. I'm Tammy Sapnewski, and you are watching ClearCryptos. Last week, we found out that Microstrategy filed with the SEC to sell about $500 million worth of their common shares to double down on Bitcoin. And we found out that indeed this has happened. So, Michael Saylor, who is probably the biggest Bitcoin maxi that there is, started to accumulate Bitcoin a few years ago through his company, Microstrategy. They continue to buy into Bitcoin, but at significantly higher price points. Now that the price is dropping, it only makes sense that they DCA in here to get a better price point for MicroStrategy. I think their price point is around $30,000. So, of course, they want to buy more and more, bring down their average because, Michael Saylor, biggest Bitcoin maxi, completely believes by the year 2030 that Bitcoin is going to be over $1 million asset. So he's saying, can you believe it? We can pick up a Bitcoin right now for 19 grand, and the same Bitcoin in the not too distant future is going to be worth $1 million. We would be fools to not pick up as much as we possibly can right now. As a matter of fact, he's the founder and was the CEO of MicroStrategy, but he stepped down from the CEO position to focus on their Bitcoin strategy. So let's get to this article. So just in case you're feeling a little uneasy, maybe you got into Bitcoin at a significantly higher price point, don't worry. Because I believe as well that Bitcoin is going to be worth significantly more, but it's one of those waiting games. Don't sell when the price is down. That's the worst thing to do. Smart people, the big money, what they say, the big money is smart money. I don't know where she is. Stop it. Oh, sorry, guys. They always tell you to buy when the market is down. You sell when the market is high, but you buy when it's down. You never buy high and then sell low. You're doing it wrong. MicroStrategy adds 301 Bitcoin to balance sheet as Bitcoin drops below $19,000. MicroStrategy adds 301 Bitcoins to its balance sheet according to a Form 8K filing with the Securities and Exchange Commission. The Tyson's Corner, Virginia business intelligence software company purchased the Bitcoin between August 2nd and September 19th, 2022 at roughly 19,851 each, spending $6 million of its excess cash. According to co-founder and executive chairman Michael Saylor, this purchase takes the company and its subsidiaries Bitcoin's holdings to 130,000. MicroStrategy now holds almost $4 billion in Bitcoin purchased at an average price of 30,639 per Bitcoin. It has held Bitcoin as its primary reserve asset since 2020. Before this, the company bought 1,434 Bitcoins in December of 2021 and 660 in February of 2022. Saylor prints all over recent purchase. Following the announcement, Bitcoin analyst Dylan LeClaire admired MicroStrategy's resolve despite the crypto winter. Ton of respect in the conviction, he tweeted, but the cost basis would be lower if the deployment strategy came with some more patience, he added. Saylor's time horizon for Bitcoin has consistently been long. If you're going to invest in Bitcoin, a short time horizon is 4 years. A mid-time horizon is 10 years, and the right time horizon is forever. Saylor stepped down as CEO in August of 2022 after the company reported a $918 million loss from its Bitcoin holdings following the collapse of the Terra USD stablecoin in May of 2022. The losses came from a hefty impairment charge imposed on the company's Bitcoin stash. According to accounting rules dictate that the company must sustain an impairment charge if the asset's value declines within a quarter. Former MicroStrategy CFO Phong Le took over the reins of CEO from Saylor in August 2022 to run the company's software business, while Saylor now drives now drives Microstrategy's Bitcoin buying strategy. Inflation hedge thesis still intact. Saylor has also been a proponent of Bitcoin as the answer to rising inflation and currency devaluation. In December of 21, the billionaire tweeted, "Inflation is the problem and Bitcoin is the solution." MicroStrategy started experimenting with Bitcoin on August 11th, 2020, when the company spent $250 million from its $500 million in excess cash to buy Bitcoin. At the time, Saylor saw it as a responsible way to carry out his fiduciary duties amidst increasing inflation. With the U.S. economy running red hot with over 8% inflation in August, Saylor may be thinking along the same lines with the recent Bitcoin purchase. "Bitcoin offers hope to a nation beset with inflation," he tweeted in December of 2021. The Federal Reserve will announce an additional interest rate hike to curb inflation at the Federal Open Markets Committee meeting on Wednesday, September 23rd, 2022. Most experts agree that it will be a 75 basis point hike rather than a 100 basis point hike, since a 100 basis point hike would likely have far-reaching implications for the stock market and possibly tip the U.S. economy into a recession. Long term, one expert believes the only way to avoid a recession is for equities and risk assets like Bitcoin first go down. And that is the article. And I thank Be in Crypto for being the reference for that article. I hit that website every single day. It's a good little information spot right there. And, well, that's gonna do it here for me today. Just wanted to give you the newest info on MicroStrategy and Michael Saylor's strategy when it comes to Bitcoin. So, whenever I feel nervous about the price of Bitcoin, I always look at Michael Saylor. If that guy is chilling with the price, if he's not worried, then believe you me, you should not be worried, because if he holds all of that Bitcoin and the price continues to go down and he continues to buy in because he has that long-term view, this is going to be worth so much more in the long term. Long-term horizon is forever, according to Michael Saylor. Well, that's going to do it here for me today. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will catch you next time on Clear Cryptos. Take care.